So we've learned how to create our own custom animation, or to at least start from an animation that's there and just kind of tweak it a little bit. So we're going to do the same thing to our demo project. And so we're going to come in and we're going to duplicate an existing animation. We're then going to rename that animation and copy and paste it to a different section in our Animate CSS. And then we're going to apply that animation to the object. After we're done with that, we'll come back in here and just kind of wrap up a summary of what we've learned. So this is our demo project, and I'm going to go ahead and hit refresh here. And you'll notice that the Cooking 101 comes in from all the way on the other side, and then it just ends up right in the middle. And that's fine. However, I don't think it needs to completely be off the screen. I just want it to slightly move into place. And so let's come into our code, and let's go into where it says the Cooking 101, and you can see it says fade in left. And so I want to go into Animate CSS, and I want to create a fade in left or a similar one and just modify the code a little bit. So let's come into Animate CSS and let's search for fade in. I did not copy the fade in left there, so I can search for it. So Command F and then paste that in, and now I can copy and paste that over down towards the bottom here. Make sure you get the class, you make sure you get all the keyframes as well. And so let's go ahead and jump to the very bottom, and let's add a note that says custom code. And so let's go ahead and paste that. And instead of fade in left, let's actually name it slight fade in left, because we just want it to just barely kind of move over. So I'm going to say slight fade in, and make sure that all these different sections have this slight fade in left. Come down to the bottom, that has the slight fade in left, that one does as well, and that one does as well. All right, so that is the new name of our class. We need to use this slight fade in left on the text that animates in. So I'm going to come into index.html, and I'm going to paste where it says fade in left. I'm going to paste in the slight fade in left instead of the other one before. Now, the reason why I don't use the minified version of Animate CSS is so I can do this kind of thing. Now, once I've created my custom code, then I can go in and I can minify this code so it loads a little bit quicker, but I like to have the original code. You could unminify the minified version and then minify it again, but you might as well just start from the unminified version. Come in here, create your custom ones, and then go in and minify it if you want to as well. So we've applied that. Let's go ahead and just see how this looks. I'm going to come into the browser, and I'm going to hit refresh. Oh, we forgot to actually adjust the code, so it's still coming in from the exact same position. So let's go back into the code. And let's go into Animate CSS, and instead of 70, we're actually going to do, let's just do 20. I just want it to move over just very slightly. So we're going to do -20, and it's going to go to 0, basically where it starts from or where it was designed. So we're going to say -20. And there we go. So I'm going to now go back into the browser. Now let's hit refresh, and you'll notice it just kind of slightly moves over. So it doesn't completely move from off the stage, it just does it very slightly. And I like that effect a lot more. So that's how you can go in and modify the existing Animate CSS. So to wrap up what we've learned, we've basically been able to go in and see the basics of CSS animations. We've been able to build our own Animate CSS class, and then we added that to our custom animation project. And so we, instead of having the completely animate in from the left, we just added a class called slight animate in from the left. So hopefully that helps you see how you can go in and customize a little bit of Animate CSS and get the animations exactly how you want them. So we're almost done. We're just basically in the next section going to wrap up a few things with our project, talk about how you can upload it to a website, and then we're going to be done with this course.